Continue.
Is the screen being shared?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So if you go to this site, you can see some of the best AI tools that's being used. So I'll just tell one or two of them. Grok AI, this is also something similar to ChatGPT and Gemini, but there's also something called DeepSeek, which is a Chinese company, but it's almost similar to Claude. So unlike Claude's limits, which actually limits you, DeepSeek has more token usage. So if you log into DeepSeek, and I'll just show an example. So I've already given the old one. So this was the habit tracker we made before in Claude. So if you give the same prompt, let's say you enable this, you should be enabling this and this, you'll actually get the codes generated in the same length. You can run it directly. And the thing with DeepSeek is it's a bit intelligent. So I've only said it, add as many features as you can, good animation and awesome UI. So what it has done is dark and light mode is there. It has also added something on its own, like this calendar here. So for every day, you could be logging in or opening this and doing this. And you can edit your actions and even delete them as needed right there. It has also added two more features like export and import. So if you export it, you can export that thing. And the import is you're just getting it back here, adding a new habit, all of that. It's same as Claude, but yeah, you can have more usage and you can also generate more, right? So that's another tool you can use instead of using Claude. We'll now learn something in Python, right? So I'll just take a basic example. So in Python, let's say if you're making a tic-tac-toe, right? This thing, tic-tac-toe, code in Python. So I'll just take some time. So yeah, open your VS Code, create a file called a.py. Let's just make one, b.py, any name, and we'll copy paste this, right? So this is a normal Python code. If you're familiar with Python, you'll know that this is a function and there are some variables defined. Go to the terminal, and in this, if you run Python b.py, you'll see that, yeah, it's made a tic-tac-toe, which is proper. But what's the disadvantage here? It's in a CMD. So what can you do here? You can use a library called tkinter. So the thing is, you need not know how to write code in tkinter. You can take any Python code, right? Take any Python code, you can write it yourself, and then make this in tkinter with good UI, right? So when you ask it to make it in tkinter, it's basically a framework or a package you can use for generating graphical user interface in Python. Yeah, you can even make this prompt better using the co-star method we learned last time, specifying what color you want. You can even change symbols from X and O to something else. Yeah. You can also ask it to generate the code with you and the AI playing together, right? Now, if you run this, you actually get a UI, right? This would be the same UI like that. Okay. So that's graphical user interfacing in Python, where you can write your simple code, and instead of seeing it in the same day, you can directly have a GUI for it, right? But it's all about the ideation now. So nowadays, tic-tac-toe is not too simple. So there's something called infinite tic-tac-toe. So do this where always the last input disappears for both, so the game doesn't end in a draw. So the thing with normal tic-tac-toe is that if both of you keep playing, it could end up in a draw. Right, there are cases where it can end up in a draw. So you can think of new ideas and just have the AI come up with the solution or the code. So infinite tic-tac-toe was something developed by another person where the game doesn't end in a draw. It always continues, right? So I'll just show how it works. Do you know about this type of tic-tac-toe?
No, no, sir.
Yeah, so this is where you'll be playing, and uh, the last symbol you clicked, it disappears. So it's a logic where the game never ends in a draw. It keeps on going until one person wins it. Right? So you can ask AI to make such tic-tac-toes, or it can be any example. So this is called infinite tic-tac-toe, where it doesn't end in a draw. Right? So that's about Python. It's simple. And we'll now, you can try out examples if you would like to. Just create a Py file, put in your idea, ask it for a simple code at first. If it works properly in the terminal, then just ask it to make a dkinter version, dkinter version, and then, yeah, it'll give you a GUI. And you can put in your ideas and make it better. Now, do all of you have anti-gravity installed?
Yeah, brother. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we'll see the most basic. We'll learn the idea behind it, and we'll see how you can make a full application. So you need not know React or you need not know Next.js. Using this, you just have to give in your ideas, how you would like it. Remember the prompting methods we have learned, right? So go to Gemini, make your plan. Okay, go here, make your plan, generate your plan, and let's say just paste it here, and you can generate websites. You can generate in React, Next.js. You just have to say generate it in Next.js, right? And one of the most important thing is that the model you select, right? By default, you'll have this model, Gemini 3.1, but these models are not that great in generating full websites. So we would mostly be working with these two models, Claude Sonnet and Opus. So the thing with Sonnet is it's what we used last class for generating those HTML pages, right? But here, if you look at the other model options in Claude, you'll see that Opus is a paid model. So that means if you pay them, then only you can use this model. But when it comes to anti-gravity, it lets you use this model for free. It's not free forever. Like there's something called rate limit, where if you hit these many tokens or after these many prompts, it'll stop working. And maybe after a day or two, it will reset and you can use it again. So when you work on anti-gravity, it's preferred to use either one of these. Yeah, you could give thoughts on it and put in your ideas. So we generating this whole website in this would take something around 1-2 hours. So we'll see how we can get the idea for that. So I'll just show you something we built before during a hackathon with me and one more guy. So the topic was, what if heaven had a customer service pro tip? Yeah. So with this, we'll learn how you can make this. So this whole website was built in 45 minutes just using Claude, right? All we said is what we need. We need this, we need this, and it made everything, right? We gave the theme, all of that, and you get it. So for that, we'll need to know what things a website should have. Okay. Important things in a website or web app, right? The first thing, if you have a website that is login or register, the first thing you'll have to have is called a landing page. So a landing page would look something like this, but it has more features in it. So the landing page will have something called a hero section. From this, it is you can have 4 more sections. Yeah. These 4 sections will differ based on what website you're making. Right? This is the hero section, which tells about the title and a small description of what it is. Right? Then these sections you'll have to come up on your own. Like we told that we need 4 sections. The first section will be the hero section. Second section would be about the features you can have in this, right? It's telling all the features you'll need to have in your website. Then how you can use your website and some reviews, right? You need not tell what feature you need and all. You just need to specify, I need first a landing page, which will have a hero section, a section explaining the features, a section telling how the website works, and some reviews. So you'll have to type all of that in Gemini to generate the plan. So first, start with the landing page. You'll have to tell it here. You need a landing page, describe your hero section and the 4 sections, right? After that comes the login and register. Login, register. So when it comes to login and register, it's always good to have your emails validated. So there's a tech stack called Firebase, right? With that, you can verify if the email is like legit or it's your own email you're using. Since this was made under 45 minutes, we didn't put the feature for adding email verification. So you could actually be giving any email. So the register page, this is the register, and this is for the login. So those are the next 2 important features. And passwords. Passwords must follow some rules. It should have a minimum character, a capital letter, small letters, numbers, and special symbols. Yeah. So you need to check that and also have a repeat password so you know both are the same and click register. So after register page, you should have the dashboard. And also the dashboard must be protected. Okay, you just have to tell Claude or Gemini, tell in anti-gravity while you're making your plan here, tell it that it should be protected. The dashboard cannot be accessed unless the login or register is done. Yeah. So the dashboard is your main interface, right? So this differs based on projects. If you're making like a habit tracker or like a task system, all your tasks should come here, right? So this is a web app, right? A web app should have some things. When it comes to a web app, it should have four operations: get, post, put, delete. Okay, get means fetching. So I'll show you an example. So when I add something to the database, it should show somewhere. This is the get operation, show on the website. So here it's getting saved and it's being fetched from where it's saved and being shown here. What you make. Post refers to creation. So we gave new petition and we entered these details and made one, right? So that is created. So in our habit tracker also, we created some tasks like add task. You click on the add habit. So here, doing this, adding habit, this is post. Yeah. So adding a habit is post. That is creation. Put means update. So when I click this, read pages twice, I'm updating this. So every website, whatever data you are able to create, it must be updated. So put means to update. Delete means just deleting it. Yeah, whatever data you create must be deleted. So here, yeah, this doesn't have all of that, but yeah, just follow this example and make sure any data that is being written by the user must have these things, right? Apart from that, another important thing would be your profile. So when you log in, the users must be able to edit their profiles, right? I could change the icon, change these, and yeah, it changes. So edit is one more. And when you wipe code things, sometimes some features won't work, right? If I click on this settings button right here, it doesn't work. So the thing is, you should be trying out and checking if the different things work. If this doesn't work, what you should do is right click on it, click inspect, and this is the button right here. Okay, right click again, copy, copy element, then paste it in here and tell this button isn't working. Fix it. It's very simple. You can just tell in normal words and it'll understand, right? And nowadays, modern websites, they have another feature, which is AI assistance, right? So for our website here, since it's something about heaven, we have an AI that acts as an angel. So here it's slow because we are using a free version of an API. So we are using Gemini for this. It might take time, but in that time, I'll tell you how you can do it, right? Go to AI Studio in Google, go there, log in. And after you log in, you'll come to this dashboard where you can give get API key. Click on this, create new API key. You can create a project if you want. And we'll give it a name. So this basically generates a key, right? Copy this key. It's actually not safe to do this, but since we are just starting out, you can give it directly here. This is my key, and I want an AI-based chat in my website. Yeah, you can give the same thing, this same sentence while generating your plan in Gemini also. So what it does is it's like a chat LLM. So the thing is here, I said hi. So if you say hi here, it's the same thing here, but with some personality. So this is the response given by it when you say hi. And the model. So you should also specify the model. Okay. I want to use which model? If you go to rate limits in Google AI Studio, then click this button, all models. Yeah, you can see a bunch of models, but most of them are paid, right? This one here, this is the important thing. This means requests per day, right? So in a day, you can talk to it these many times, right? Though these are live APIs, we wouldn't use them. You should use the ones labeled as text out models. This Gemini 2.5 Flash is a faster one, but you can only get 20 requests a day, right? So what we mostly use when making projects would be these models, Gamma models. So Gamma 4 billion model would work good, and you can get 14,000 calls a day, right? So you could be telling it hi or anything, you could chat 14,000 times a day, right? So use one of them. So what you will do is you'll copy this model name. I want to use this as the model from Gemini, right? Just give this much prompt for AI usage. And while it's making, it will make you one tab which will have AI function in it, right? Any doubts so far?
No. No, sir.
Yeah, so you guys understood?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, and rest of it, it's normal stuff. So it's just docs
Sir,
or
I have a
something.
doubt.
Yeah.
Uh, Python, you have pasted some coding. How it became tic-tac-toe app?
Okay, so for that, yeah, first you generate your code, okay? I'll show you from the start.
Yeah.
I just told it, generate a tic-tac-toe code in Python, right? I told it and it generated some code.
Hmm.
Yeah, but then if you run it, you'll only see it in the terminal, right? In a black screen with lines and all.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you want it as an app or something, you need to ask it to make this in tkinter with good UI. So we are using this package called tkinter.
Okay, brother.
So when you ask it, it'll make you in a UI. Just run it in the terminal, it'll open a UI.
Okay, brother. Last time you did habit tracker, right?
Yeah,
So that's
that
how
was
it became.
in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Yeah, we have tried, but not came that.
Okay. Uh, what like you have my WhatsApp number?
30.
Yeah. No, no, no. I'll contact you after the class or something. We can solve it.
Okay, brother.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, you should be using these models, Gamma 27B, but there are drawbacks. This is less intelligent. This is more intelligent, but this gives you results faster. So if it's something very simple, you can use this. If this model is not enough and you need more thinking capacity or something, you can go with this model, but then it's slower. So here we are using the 27B model. That's why it almost takes 15 seconds to get a response. So the smaller the model, the faster the response. And these models, they'll give you outputs in like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, but you can only use them 20 times a day, right? And these come at 14,000 per day. A AI implementation using APIs. Okay, API is this thing, the key you got. So this key I pasted at the start, right? I'll just show it once more. Just go to get API key and click and copy this API key right here. Afterwards, you can even delete it. So if you delete your key, it'll stop working. So you can't use this key anymore, right? So I can do this and delete it and it'll be gone. And the last thing that's important for your website would be logouts. So if as a user, I sign in, I should also be able to log out of this. So when I click log out, I'll actually go back to the registers page. Yeah. So that's how any website should be. You should be following this. So you should put this in Gemini. Should be typing out with first you should describe First, you should describe your landing page. What should be there in the hero section? What four other sections you'll want? Log in and register. What you want in them? I want to log in and register with name, password, and email. You could also do an OTP verification. That is like a plus point, or just have a verify email normal. This can be done by using Firebase. You need not know how to use Firebase. If you ask Gemini, how can I integrate Firebase to it? Gemini will actually give you the steps how to set up Firebase. Tell it something like this. It'll teach you each and every step you should follow. Just look at this, copy that, and enable Firebase if you want to. Or you can just keep it simple by just if your email and password is right, allow you. Then a dashboard, and if you have any user data that is being created, it should follow these four steps. Yeah. So let's say our habit tracker, right? So in my dashboard, when I'm writing this part, I'll say I can only reach this dashboard when I'm in and when I'm logged in. If I'm not, I can't access this. And the ha- the dashboard will have my habit tracker. It should show all the habits I've made. I can create new habits. I can even update my previous habits and also delete them. Then, if you want AI implementation, when it comes to habit tracker, let's say you can have recommendations. So it'll recommend you what habits you can use. Or it'll recommend you like how much time I should be spending on this habit, right? You just have to tell it that you need AI implementation, give your API key, and also give which model you want to use, and tell the AI's role here is to recommend me how much time I should be working on this habit, right? Gemini and anti-gravity, they'll handle it out for you. And also just tell the logout feature must be there. So put that in Gemini, type it out, put in your ideas, and it'll generate you the plan. You can even have Claude generate you the plan if you would like to. Copy that plan, paste the whole thing here, and it'll take time like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and it'll make the whole website here. And if you don't know to run it, just tell run it and show me the output, right? I'll show you, go through it. If there's something wrong, like you didn't like this color or you want to change the background, you can just tell it to change. Yeah. So that's all about understanding how you make the website. So I want you to try it later on, but I'll tell you some more things that you can use to enhance the experience. So if you look at the background here, you can see stars moving here and there, but yeah, this is all still, they're twinkling a bit, I guess. So here, there is another library which is used for React projects. You can also use it for Next.js. This doesn't work for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You, I think it could work, but mostly it's for React because it's for React bits. So go to this site, browse components. And what this has is for every single component, it has something good. So if you're writing text, right? This text is normal text, a little fancy, but it's normal. You can have your text, let's say, decrypt text. So when your web page loads, it actually does that. A text cursor, scroll reveal. Yeah, this one. So you can have special effects to your text or something like that. It could get something like this. And especially for the hero page, what most people would do is there's so many things. You can just go around all of this one by one. This is all pre-built. I'll tell you how to use this. So here, as you go down, you'll come to something called backgrounds, right? So in backgrounds, the thing I want to show is particles. So here in particles, it'll look like stars. You can even move them with your mouse, all of that. And this part is where you actually do the customization you want. So let's say I want them red. I can increase the count or something, but as you increase the number, it might take a load on your processor. So the spread, how far they should be, their speed, all that. If you enable mouse interaction, if you disable it, your mouse won't affect it. You can enable it. Yeah. And after you do some like this, and I think this looks good and it's good for you also. You like this, you can go to code, click on code, right? These numbers in here would be same as the number that you set here. If I increase the count here, so it's applicable to all the other stuffs in here. So now it's 500, before it was 200. What you should be doing is you should take this. Mostly you'll be using the NPM package. If you don't know, just ask which package I'm using. Is it NPM, PNPM, yarn, or bun? If it's npm, copy this, and this much, this part here. Just copy this, paste this also, and say, I want this as the background for my hero section. Or you can say the whole landing page, I would like this to go, right? So what it does is Claude will think about it, and this background you can get here as your background. It's not just with backgrounds, you can have text, other components. So you can have special effects, all that. Spotlight card, that these are like cards. So here, these, I think, yeah, these cards don't have it. But yeah, this is one thing used. But when it comes to big companies, they don't prefer stylish or big effects. They keep it simple, right? You don't see any big websites with too much animations, like so much animations. But I guess anti-gravity, if you downloaded it, you saw something like, yeah, this one, this effect right here. They also have something similar. That's why I think it's something new, anti-gravity animations. It's something new, but I think if you tweak these, you can actually get there, right? So all you have to do is for something similar to this would be go to code after you adjust these things and it looks good here. Go to code, copy this, copy this. Don't copy this one because this will be the whole code. And if it doesn't work out with these two, you can copy these and put it in there. But also note that what you're using. We're using JavaScript, and if it's CSS, make sure you change it like that. Yeah, but when it comes to big companies or projects, they like to keep it simple and minimalist. So for that, people use Shadsy. This is another components library which is used, and most of the models, like I think Claude, Sonnet, Opus, they're all trained in Shadzian. So you just have to mention in your plan that you want it to be in Shadzian. And this is the type of components they offer. So for graphs or visualizations, some dashboards have these based on your idea. You could be having it. So you can use Shadzian. They're all simple like this. No big animations, nothing. Simple and professional. Yeah. So what I want in the next classes, uh, we can all you can work as a team or separate if you want to, and just use anti-gravity. First, take this plan, make a plan, mostly in Claude. You can use Claude to generate your plan, or use Gemini. Generate your plan properly, write down all these important things, and then describe how you want them as we talked here, and ask it for a plan. Take that plan, put it in here. It'll take some time. Run the website. If something is wrong, tell it to fix it. And yeah, it'll if you tell it to fix it, it'll almost get it proper. So if it doesn't work out, we can go through what went wrong. But yeah, just go through it and generate your own website using your own unique ideas. Yeah. Is it hard or was it easy? What do you guys think?
It was easy.
It was easy.
Yeah, so just try it out, and I think the next session will have like you guys can present what you've made, and others can also see and will review them. And if you have done all the features, what new ideas you've implemented, everyone else can know and learn from it also. And another cool feature you could have is, I'm not sure if the audio will play, is that music. Music is one thing. You could have good music for your idea or your website, but it depends on your idea. If it's something professional or something serious, you might not need the music, but if it's something playful, people can add music. So, yeah, music is a plus or option. So yeah, since it'll take so much time to generate, I've told you the exact steps you can follow. And if you do that, you'll actually get the website based on any idea you need. You need not know React or Next.js, but if you have knowledge on it, if it's something very new, AI can't do it. So if you have knowledge on these domains, errors come, you can exactly tell AI what needs to be corrected there. That's why knowledge is important, and you should be learning React and Next.js as you go. But yeah, this is like a starter or just the touch into how you can code these. Any questions
Brother,
or something? Yeah.
brother, what is the use of anti-gravity?
So what happened here? In Claude, or DeepSeek, when you used it, you could just get 3 pages, right? You got HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Yes, brother.
But when it comes to big stacks like React and Next.js, you'll have like 50 files, 50, 60 files. You can't be coding for each file and telling you want this file here, this file there, right? You can't make 50 files and copy paste the code yourself.
Yeah, no, brother.
So if you tell this your plan, it'll actually make the 50 files, and it will also put the code in those 50 files and give you a website. As the website I showed you, say this
Yeah,
is a HTML website. This was the page we made
yeah,
using these. It's a single page. But if you have 50, 60 pages, or uh, this one we made here, it is a dashboard section, register page, login page. All of that, you don't have to ask it. You just have to give it a plan. It'll make all the pages. And it'll also make it consistent. So you don't have to tell you want this page in this style. All pages will follow a consistent layout.
this website is created anti-gravity.
Hmm? Could you come again?
Heaven on that website is created by anti-gravity.
Yeah, this website was created by anti-gravity. Right. Yeah, this website was created by anti-gravity itself. The whole website, which I showed you today.
Okay. Brother, so you told that install the Python app, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Can you show that which is the icon of that? How to install?
Python.
In my app, it is not installed.
So, okay, go to Python, type in Python in your web browser.
Okay.
You open its site. It looks something like this.
Okay, brother.
So after you go to the site, give click on this download 3.14.3,
Okay.
and then keep going down. You'll see Windows Installer 64-bit.
Yeah.
This one. Click that. It'll start installing an installer, and
Yeah.
just run it. Install.
Okay, brother.
Yes, can everyone form groups, or you can even do it individually if you like to. So just make one website using one idea, and we can present it in the next two classes. So it'll be like a practice session before you start working with the other SW students for bigger projects.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, so that's all I had to teach you guys. So actually, it was planned for two sessions, but you also wanted two more sessions. So the rest of the sessions, we are engaging with projects. So you can come with your own projects, present them, and others can get ideas from what new things you have made, and you can also learn from the others. And I can also give you some tips on how it can be made better, or let's say if something didn't work out, I could help you out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So yeah, so that's it for today's session. If it's done, shall we end the meeting or?
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, Michael, sir,
Yes,
for your
thank you.
creativity.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.